Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show. It's Friday night, February 13th, 2015. Yes, I know I'm a lot later than usual, but things happen sometimes, and there's nothing that can be done about it. So first, let's discuss tonight's eBay video topics. As you can see on the board behind me, we're going to discuss feedback abuse, we're going to discuss tutorials, eBay radio, eBay cancellations, Super Sunday, and of course the motivational eBay message for this week is I can. Before we get into the eBay portion of the video, there's something I need to discuss with you of a really serious nature, guys. Please stick with me for a few minutes if you would. I made a video the other day about my Twitter account. As you know, I recently started a brand new Twitter account so we could retweet each other's eBay stores and help our exposure in eBay. It sounds like a really good idea, and I think it's going to work. However, as you probably know by now, if you've been watching my videos over the last 2.5 to 3 years, I have a stalker, a guy who's been stalking me forever. So when I made the Twitter account, I knew he'd do something to try and undermine it. What I did not expect was that he would go after you guys individually and follow you and ask you to follow him, and in some cases say things that were very unkind. Right on the back of that, you're not going to believe this, he has made a video threatening myself, my safety, and my YouTube channel. This is a very serious threat, and I don't take it lightly. If you look in the description box below, you'll see several links and some information which I'd like you guys to check out as soon as you can. The very first link is a link to the video he made threatening myself and my YouTube channel. The video is being hosted by a friend of mine. It's not the Stalker's channel, but it's a channel that is hosting all the Stalker's videos for the appropriate time in court. The video I'm referring to right now originally it had not just my name, but my house address on it. In fact, if you go to his website, he still has that video uploaded with my name and the address of my house here where I am right now, hoping that people will come and do something to me. Now, what I'd like you guys to do, when you can, is watch the video and listen to the threats, but I'm going to warn you right now. Do not click it if you're under 18 or if you're the kind that gets nervous really easy. He's made some nasty threats to my safety, to the safety of my channel, and he uses the F word like it's butter. The F word is all over the videos, and quite frankly, several people who have seen this video on his site have contacted me and said to me they feel I'm in serious danger from this guy. That being said, if you also look at the description box, you'll see the phone number for the Canton, Michigan Police Department. If you have been threatened or harassed by this guy in any way, you may want to call the Canton, Michigan Police Department at once and let them know about it. In addition, if you feel after watching the video that my life or my safety is in any danger, or that any terroristic threats were made against me to harm me, you may want to call the Canton, Michigan Police Department and get that on record as well. This is very serious. I'm not kidding, guys. Of all the things he's done to me the last almost 3 years, this one is way over the top. I'm hoping that I have made these videos for 8 years, and I'm hoping you guys have found some help, some solace with your eBay problems. All right? I just want you to know if anything ever happens to me or my channel, I want you to know who's responsible for it. That's the purpose of this. I don't even want to dwell on this. I want to get right to eBay now. But please, guys, if you can do anything to help me, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay? That being said, let us now get on to eBay, and let's hope we can clear up some of your questions this week. I would like to start with the first item on the list: feedback abuse. I love when you guys send me your stories or screenshots of things that have happened to you, because otherwise I would never know of this particular thing. I'm going to introduce you to somebody tonight that is getting away with murder with feedback abuse. It is unbelievable. I'm going to put a link down below, but I'll get to that in a second. This particular person, I checked this today, in his first screen of feedback. You know how you have 25 feedbacks per screen you can scroll through and see what they left for people? Out of 25, 13 of them were negatives. 13 out of 25 negs. That's more than half. Second screen, 10 out of 25. Guys, this is wrong. And this is where I want to talk about being an eBay fanboy. There's a few people, not very many, but there's a few people that say, Joe, you're an eBay fanboy, you know, you're sugarcoating everything. And guys, you're only looking at half the picture. Yes, I am an eBay fanboy and I love selling on eBay. All right, I don't dispute that part at all. But fair is fair. When I see abuse or I see something wrong, I bring it up on camera. All right, you know I do. I may not bring up every single thing on camera, but I do the best I can. In this case, it's feedback abuse. eBay says, and you guys all know this, that when they determine a certain member is abusing the feedback system, they will act on it. Now, I'm not saying they never act on it, but I'm going to show you proof that they're not acting on it with this clown. Because I'm going to drop a link below, right under the Canton, Michigan Police Department number, and it will be right to the feedback he's left. So you can click on that and you can study this particular person's feedback abuse. And I would like your opinion, what you think about it. I mean, come on, it's way over the top. I can't see anybody negging that many sellers. It's just crazy. And just so you know, the person who sent it to me is one of you guys, one of my subscribers. And he, along with somebody else that was involved in a bad trade with this guy, told me that his eBay address is registered out of the United States. However, the address, that the ship to address, was here in the United States. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but I really sincerely think eBay needs to act on this person leaving all this negative feedback for sellers. If any of you have any input on that, pro or con, type it below. Next item on the agenda is tutorials. I like to make screenshot tutorials when I can. How to do this on eBay, how to do that on eBay. And I know that there's a pretty big demand for things. So if you guys have anything you want me to make a tutorial on, they're a lot easier to make actually than this kind of a video. All right? Just tell me, Joe, when you make it, for instance, would you do a tutorial about how to block somebody on eBay? That would be a perfect example. If you have any requests, just type it below. Joe, please do a tutorial on how to, and I'll try and get to it as soon as I can. Okay, eBay Radio. I was reading over the comments in last week's video, and somebody wrote in a comment saying that they will never listen to eBay Radio because it's all rah-rah eBay and you don't get any real news. Let's talk about that. I listen to eBay Radio all the time. And yes, it does tend to upsell eBay, and that's understandable. It's like if I decided to have a radio show about my store. Of course, I'm going to talk all positive things about my store. I'm not going to talk negative things. The idea is to increase business. However, people are allowed to call in when they have a problem and say, well, Griff, I have a problem with this or with the global shipping program. What should I do? Please help me out. And Griff will answer them as best he can. Now you'll say, well, suppose I want to complain about something, that's not the right venue to do so. You're completely right. It is not. If you want to vent, you can vent right here. Like I've said, week after week, guys, to my knowledge, this is the only dedicated eBay YouTube channel that has new videos week after week where everybody is allowed to say their piece. I never censure comments ever unless it's a hater or the hater with a personal attack on me. There's plenty of anti-eBay comments that come up every week, and hey, you're entitled to your opinion. You don't have to agree with me. In fact, sometimes when you guys don't agree with me, I look at your comments and I actually check into them, and hey, I've changed my mind on some issues in the past. For instance, look at PayPal. Years ago I didn't take PayPal, and there was a lot of you guys saying, come on Joe, it's the best way to accept payment, and I fought you for years. But PayPal changed and I changed, and now I love it. But you know where I'm coming from on that, right? eBay Radio is still a great resource to at least learn about current events on eBay. And I'm going to jump into one of them right now, which I forgot to put on the whiteboard, a little extra bonus, what I call the eBay experiment. Yesterday, Thursday, in one of the Facebook groups, somebody wrote in that they were having a problem viewing people's listings. What was happening is they would click on a listing, and instead of seeing the item description, there was a little button or link that said View Description, and they had to actually click that button to see the item description, which made it a lot more difficult and a lot more confusing. So they wrote into the Facebook group, and most of us hadn't heard of it or seen it. I know I hadn't. So we were talking about it. This was Thursday, I guess around maybe 11 in the morning, and we decided that one of the group members would call in and ask Griff about it on yesterday's show. So sure enough, she called up and she explained the situation to Griff. And Griff knew about it. And Griff said, don't worry. That is what they call an eBay experiment. One of those little things they're field testing to only a very small percentage of eBayers. And the person that called in, the lady said, Griff, no offense, but this is a horrible idea. Please don't implement it. And Griff basically laughed and said, you don't have to worry. The odds of this being implemented are very, very low. We were just field testing it. So if you guys experienced that, if you clicked on someone's listing and it said see item description and you had to click on it, that's only a one-time thing. It was a field test. Don't worry about it. I don't think it's a very good idea at all. I think it's confusing and would lead to more problems down the road. Now, cancellations. Guys, how many cancellations have you had, let's say, this past week? Myself, I had only one. I had one person cancel 10 minutes after they made the purchase. They bought an item, paid right away with PayPal, and within 10 minutes sent me the cancellation notice because they didn't read the listing. They thought they were getting 4 caps instead of just 1. Now, cancellations within the first hour really don't bother me at all because I haven't done anything. I haven't printed any labels. I haven't shipped anything. I've told you in the past, guys, I never print labels or do any action until after the first hour, just in case the person's going to cancel or pull a fast one. And I suggest you guys all wait too. Wait 1 hour's grace. Sunday. I call Sunday that just passed Super Sunday. My God, I was so busy on eBay. It was one sale after the other. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Now, most of the sales were cheaper items. Let's say between the $30 and $50 range. But there was a few good numbers in there too. My question, guys, did you notice Sunday exceptionally busy in your eBay store? And if not, was there another day that you were really made to shine? I'm starting to think that we're all on a particular schedule because I notice Sundays are always busy for me. Whereas, for instance, Mondays are always dead. And that goes into what I've been talking about the last few weeks about the blackouts. Sunday my store is wide open and people are buying like crazy. Monday I'm closed, but probably one of you guys is wide open selling like crazy. That's just my hypothesis, and I'd like your opinion on that as well. The eBay saying for the week, I can. I can do it, I can sell, I can make money. That's what each and every one of you should be saying, because you can do it. You can sell on eBay and you can make money. Anybody watching this video right now is an eBay seller. I don't think there's anybody watching this that would watch my videos if they weren't selling on eBay, right? The idea is we're on eBay, we're all making money. Maybe not everybody's making as much as they want. That's true. But the purpose of these videos is to change that, to hopefully boost everybody in search. If any of you guys want to follow me on Twitter and haven't, my Twitter is @HubcapJoes. Of course, I forgot to put it on the whiteboard, but hopefully you'll remember that, @HubcapJoes. If you're one of the people that is following me and I haven't followed you back, just send me a reminder, either a message through Twitter or a PM below or any way you want. Contact me and I'll follow you. Right now I think I have about 140 something followers. I don't really recall. I haven't really tweeted since I think Wednesday. I do plan to tweet this video once it goes out. Hopefully give it some exposure. A lot of exposure, I hope. And we'll see how Twitter works out. And if any of you guys are into Pinterest, I know a lot of you are. Tell me, do you think you're making more sales on eBay because of either Twitter or Pinterest? I haven't experienced that yet, but I'm new at that, so hopefully mine will grow. And okay guys, let's do a rehash now on all the topics. First, the eBay topics. Feedback abuse. There's a link below. When you get a chance, check out the feedback this guy left for everybody. I think it's deplorable. I really do believe eBay should censure him. All right? Nobody leaves that much negative feedback. Something's wrong. Something's really wrong. If you need me to make any tutorials, I'll get on them as soon as I can. Comment below. Again, eBay Radio, self-explanatory. I love it. I hope you do too, but if you don't listen. That's your privilege. If you had any cancellations you want to discuss, or if you had a really busy Sunday or other day, let me know what it is. Let's talk about your business. And lastly, but most importantly, guys, please, if you have time, click that first link and watch that video the stalker made threatening my safety and my channel. Please, if anything ever does happen to me or my channel, you know who did it, and I would expect you guys to do the right thing, okay? Notify the authorities is what I mean by doing the right thing. Don't ever take the law into your own hands, all right? Always work within the court system, all right? If you guys can help me in any way, I'd really appreciate it. And one last thing before I go, I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. I will see you next Friday right here on the Crazy New York Driver Show with all the eBay information you need to know and more. Thanks for watching.